Hey everyone, I'm back on YouTube. It's been a while, I know, Instagram kinda took over, but honestly, I hate making those super fast reels where you have to explain an entire art technique in like 5 seconds. So here I am, making a proper tutorial again, even though I'm sick and you can probably hear it, but I really need to do it now because my channel has been a graveyard for quite some time now. Today I'm going to show you an easy, fun way to do pose studies, without stressing about perfect anatomy. If poses feel intimidating, don't worry, I've got a simple process that make it way less scary. Before we start, let's talk references. A good pose study starts with a clear, visible reference. You can find great ones on Pinterest, photo study websites, or even take your own. Pick poses where the body is clearly visible. This isn't about holds, it's about the actual structure underneath. Alright, now that we have a reference, let's get sketching. First things first, don't overthink it. The goal is to capture movement, not to build a skeleton straight out of a medical textbook. To make it more fun, I like to start with a colored pencil or my favorite Prismacolor Kohl Erase. They're easy to erase and make the sketch feel less intimidating. I always begin with a circle for the head, because, well, everyone needs it. From there, I add the torso as a big simple shape, like a chunky bean or a flattened box. Then I place a circle between the torso and the pelvis. This helps connect everything and keeps the movement fluid. Finally, I use landmarks. Circles for shoulders and knees, aligned for the spine to keep the pose dynamic. Oh, and let's talk about contrapposto. That's just a fancy word for making your character not look like a stiff action figure. The shoulders and hips should tilt in opposite directions. This instantly makes your pose look way more natural. Of course, it's not always the case, so start with analyzing the pose. Think of it like when you're standing casually. Your body naturally shifts weight to one side. If your character doesn't do this, they look like they're bracing for impact. Once you have your base, it's time to add some confidence. I switch to a mechanical pencil and start emphasizing the lines that matter. Not every little detail, just the ones that define the pose. If a line feels awkward, just go over it again. No one's grading you here. The more you sketch, the easier it gets. And about the face, it's totally up to you. If you want the face to look more polished, you can start adding eyes and nose and lips at this stage. But if you're just focusing on the pose, don't stress about facial details. You can leave it as a simple shape and keep moving. Now, let's give this pose some dimension. I take a blending stamp and shade areas where shadows naturally fall, under the rib cage, around the legs, or anywhere the limbs overlap. This isn't about turning it into a full masterpiece, it's just to suggest form and depth, without overcomplicating things. Think of it like contouring, but for your sketches. Alright, final step. I grab my black polychromos pencil and go over the most important lines. This makes the pose pop and adds that nice finished sketchbook look. Don't outline everything, just pick the key areas like the weight-bearing leg or the curve of the back. It's like highlighting your sketch's best features. And that's it, a super simple way to approach pose studies without making it a stressful anatomy lesson. If this helped you, let me know in the comments. Also, since I'm just getting back into YouTube, I'd love to hear what other tutorials you'd like to see. And if you came from Instagram, welcome! Here we actually take time to enjoy the process instead of cramming everything into 15 seconds. Alright, go grab your sketchbook and try this out. See you in the next one, bye bye!